Hello everybody, my name is FX and we are playing Jurassic World Evolution. This is episode 5 and surprisingly also the last episode of my Helix part. As you can see, I did add the dinos. I did do this offline because it took me 3 hours, 4 hours, something like this to incubate all of them, and most of the time it was just waiting for them to be ready. So it wasn't really a very interesting task. But I have every dinosaur in the game now in this park. And I will show you through then every enclosure, what's in there, and yeah. First off, I wanna explain what I did. So I did group them up into, so to say, families. So for example, here's the Brachiosaurus, the Camarasaurus, the Apatosaurus. They have, let's say they are the long neck family, so they are all in the same enclosure. Also here's the Archaeornithomimus, whatever, the Gallimimus and the Strithomimus. I don't know how I should call them, but to me they also belong to the same family. The same goes for Maiasaurus and an Edmontosaurus and Cratosaurus and so on. There are several other, a few other like this, like here and somewhere else. Yeah. So basically that's what I said. Okay, to me they belong kind of to the same family, and that's why I put them together into an enclosure. That said though, I had to mix them still a little bit up because there are so many carnivores, and even though you can turn off the happiness factor in, or not the happiness factor, you can turn off the breakout for sandbox mode, you cannot turn off the carnivores simply kill everything. So therefore I had to put every carnivore in her own enclosure. But yeah, for the herbivores I had to mix them up because the space was getting a little bit, so I was running out of space basically, and I had to figure out what's the best way. So what I did, I mentioned this in the last episode that I actually want to put these long neck dinosaurs in here, and I actually did that. I still like the idea that when you come to the park here and you actually want to enter it, you see those giant dinosaurs and also the herds of the other ones and the small ones. But I really love that idea still, and I like it a lot because technically this is still not the park. This is all the hotel area here, and the park entrance is actually here. So you're going along here and you already see those dinos. And as I said, so here it did mix up these 3 dino families, the longnecks and these Edmontosaurus family, I don't know, quadrupeds family, I don't know how to call them, and the Struthiominus, the, well, let's say the racing family with the Archaeornithomimus, whatever, breaks my tongue every time, and the Gallimimus. And if you enter the park here, the first thing you get is the Ankylosaurus enclosure, and they are mixed up with the Pachycephalosaurus. So the Pachycephalosaurus, the Dracorex and the Stygimoloch, they are mixed up. So the Pachycephalo is in the Ankylosaurus enclosure, the Stygimoloch, no, the Dracorex is over here with the Triceratops, and the Stygimoloch is with the Stegosaurus families. So that's how I did it. I'm pretty sure outside sandbox mode it's not possible. So I'm not pretty sure, I know it's not possible because of their needs and their social stuff and so on. But luckily I'm in sandbox mode. I also would really love that they change this. So for example, okay, bad example. Okay, Ankylosaurus in general, I believe, a bad example because they are fine with themselves. But let's see, I'm pretty sure the Torosaurus. So you see social group 2. So to make her happy, I would actually need to add another Torosaurus in there. I would really love if this would get changed to, okay, the dinosaur of the same family. So I could, for example, add a Pentaceratops in there and the Torosaurus is then happy. And for the Pentaceratops they need 3, so if I put the Triceratops in here, all 3 of them are happy. I would really love it if it would work that way. I don't know if it makes sense though, so please don't hate me if you're a dino expert, because I am not. But yeah, so I guess you get the idea by now how it works, and I will now show you through the whole thing. So here, the next one are the baryonyx. I did see that the social group can be 2, so whenever the carnivore says, hey, I can have another one, I did put in another one, because I don't really like it to have them alone in a big enclosure like this. I guess she gets hungry, huh? Seeing all these people. Next up are the Carnotaurus. They can be together, so there are 2 of them. Yeah. Where is the next thing? Yeah, Ceratosaurus are here. I believe they can actually have more than 2, or they can up to 3. Oh, is she going to eat? Guess so. They are all hungry. All the time hungry. Okay, next up is my Allosaurus. She wants to be alone, so I do not put another Allosaurus in here and let them fight. I mean, maybe I will have fun, but she wanna be alone and that's it. And I find it really bad that here's an ideal population of 16, but if I would put this dino into an enclosure with herbivores, she would just kill them off. So ideal population is just herself, everything else gets killed. And next up are the Giganotosaurus, yeah. So also they can be together. So there is a second one in here somewhere, over there. What? Oh, hungry, huh? Yeah. Go and eat. My next enclosure has the, I believe this is the Machungosaurus, yeah. Also, they can be in group with 2. And yeah, I mean, one thing I'm a little bit sad about is that I was hoping that people would walk there when I put dinos in, but they are really attracted only to stores and viewing platforms. So I was hoping that I get them all over the place here, because I have the fences here and they are actually stopping and looking through the fences, but that's not enough. So just having an enclosure with a dino in it is not enough. You need to have some viewing platform or gyroscopes or whatever there, or gyrospheres I mean, to attract them. So sadly, not happening. The Machungosaurus, here is the entrance to the staff area, and here is the Indoraptor. She's technically not a dinosaur, but yeah, I did simply incubate everything I found. And as you can see, all of them, when I click on them, they are comfort 0, because every single enclosure is too small. The Metriacanthosaurus, yeah. They are also together in, yep, with 2, so the second one over there. Yeah, and you already heard her. One of my favorites, my T-Rex. So Rexy is here, but she wants to be on her own. Social group 1. That's how it is. But I really love the T-Rex. They did it so well. I mean, it really moves like in the movies, you know, it looks like in the movies, it sounds like in the movies. I really love it. It's awesome, it's really, really awesome. So over here, where are they? Ah, there are they. So these are my all-time favorites. I love raptors simply the most. They're here. I love the sound they have. I would really be happy to see that at some point they change their behavior, so they would hunt in groups and basically behave like you would think raptors to behave, because at the moment, yeah, they're together and sometimes you see them talking, but that's about it. There is no behavior whatsoever where you would say, oh yeah, that's what I think raptors would do, according to what I saw in the movies. Next up is my Stegosaurus enclosure. So as you see, for me, all of those dinosaurs belong to the Stegosaurus family. And here are the Stygimoloch. I believe this is actually the last herbivore enclosure. So every other enclosure has carnivores now. And yeah, it's a little sad that I had to split it up like this. But I'm already, I already know what I want to do in my next series with Jurassic Park, or in my next park. And let's see how it will turn out. I'm not sure if I will fit in every dinosaur, but it will not be on Isla Nublar. I'm actually planning to build it on Isla Sorna, because I believe it's a little bit bigger, and I guess it shouldn't be that big of an issue to get a park running, because all the parks were pretty easy money-wise. So, I mean, let's see how it works out. If you actually build a park where you say it should look somewhat the way you want it, but the game should so it should also still work. Oh yeah, and if you were wondering, these were actually the Dilophosaurus. So here was the Dilophosaurus enclosure. I have 4 of them, and they are always diving. Here I have the Deinonychus. And I have to say, I also kinda like the Deinonychus. I'm not sure though if I like the Deinonychus or I just like them because they because they have, of course, the same behavior like the raptors. So, I mean, they move like them and they look very similar to them, so... And I like raptors, so I guess it's only natural that I would like them also. Here I have my Spinos. Fun fact actually. So, I did find out that one Spino needs 1 feeder. In the beginning I had the 2 Spinos here with only 1 live bait feeder, and at some point I got the warning message that one of my dinos is low on health. And it turned out that one of the Spinos was starving because no food. So apparently Spinosaurus is different to other dinosaurs because they need their own live bait feeder. So if you put 2 in an enclosure, make sure to put 2 feeders in there because they will need it. The Suchomimus, they are here. They are somewhat odd-looking creatures, so they do remember me a little bit on fishes. So if I go down here, I mean, if you look at this from the front, you know, it's really like a fish. You do not know where the head starts or stops, and where the body starts, and it's a very unique-looking dinosaur, I have to say. And I like it how close you can get. and the textures are, I mean, if you get that close they look ugly, but from here it's still okay, and it's pretty close actually. That's really cool thing. Yeah, Sukumimus. So here my Indominus. Of course she's not happy, but yeah. Escape and everything is turned off, so there's nothing she can do about it. At least I hope there's nothing she can do about it. Yeah, and I believe that was it, yeah. So here we are back at the Ankylosaurus enclosures. So this is now the whole park. As you can see, all the people, they are completely drawn to this area here. So they are on the main street, walking between these two areas, using the viewing platforms and the shops. And yeah, I sadly don't have any way to draw them here that you would use these pathways. Here and there you see some people here, because there are viewing platforms, and I'm not sure 100%, but I do believe they do visit the security center. So I haven't actually watched somebody yet going there, but I do believe they go there. Oh, there's actually somebody coming from the ACU center. Interesting, I thought they ignored these buildings, so the ACU center, the ranger stations and the power stations. I didn't think that they used them. Yeah, of course, the innovation center. Yeah. So, as I said, this was it for this park. I did actually create the layout I had in my mind, and I mean, I'm happy with the layout. I just would love to do more stuff with it, you know, to add decorations and really make it nice, and somehow bring it to life a little bit more. But yeah, that's as much as you can do at the moment with the game. I mean, I could somehow play around with different heights, make mountains and stuff, but in the end that's about it. I mean, that's how far it goes. But Frontier, I'm pretty sure, will change a lot of things, because people do post a lot of stuff on the forums, and Frontier is known to actually listen to the community and change the game for the better. So I'm really looking forward into a nice future of this game, and I am really happy to play it in the future when things are going down the way like we want, or like the community asked for. So, well, that's it. I will wrap it up here, because I said everything, I showed everything, and I hope you liked it. If so, please hit the like button. Also, hit the subscribe button to get notified when I post new videos or when I go online for live streams. And speaking for live streams, I do not know yet if my next Jurassic World Evolution series will be a YouTube series or live streams. I haven't fully decided on this yet, so you will for sure see it when it happens. And until then, hope to see all of you next time, and stay awesome!